I'd like to welcome everybody to this virtual hearing of the Public Accountability Committee as part of its inquiry into the New South Wales Government's management of the COVID-19 pandemic. Today we'll be hearing from government witnesses, including the Honourable Brad Hazzard, the Minister for Health and Medical Research, and Dr Kerry Chant, the Chief Health Officer. Members and witnesses must avoid speaking over each other so we can all be heard clearly.
This is getting a bit ridiculous. You're holding us up here while we should be doing the work that we need to do, while you tell us you...
Minister, I would ask that you, it is a WebEx hearing, it's very difficult, we have very limited time. And I would ask...
Sorry, David, can I just say, Dr Chant is very tired. She works 18 hours a day. I mean, last night she rang me, I think, or I rang her at about 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock last night. We talked through the night. We talked first thing in the morning. You have an expectation.
No, I appreciate it. I'm just trying to work out what...
Excuse me, Dr Chant. It reminds you that we have volunteered to come here. We don't acknowledge that you have the capacity to have us here. We've come here to try and assist and to give you the information you need. So,
thank you, Minister. I think the context is useful.
The first speaker said this wasn't in some sort of gotcha mode. All you're trying to do is carry on like... David, we are in the middle of a pandemic. We agreed to come for 1 hour, and you're just asking questions which are just aimed at just having a go. Can you actually bring this? You're the chairperson, and you should stick with what you agreed so Dr Chant can get on with her work and stop carrying on like you're running for the Senate, for heaven's sakes. We know you're running for the Senate. Can we actually get on with what the arrangement was? The arrangement was we came voluntarily for 1 hour, and you're wasting her time.
Minister, I think that the committee has endeavoured to ensure this is an even-tempered exchange of information.
Well, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? It just seems to me that...
Excuse me, Minister, can I just stop you there? Minister, we're not trying to catch you out. There's no trick here. We're specifically asking very important advice from the public health officials and from Dr Chant.
I'm trying to help.
I'd just
spend more time than it would have taken me to explain it, Penny. I'll go back to what I was saying. On the 25th
no, Minister, I have questions for Dr Chant that I'd like to get through, and I would really like it if you would allow her to answer those, please.
I'll answer that. You might remember
the question was put to Dr Chant, and if you would allow Dr Chant to answer.
I will answer the question that I'm now talking about, thank you. I mean, not up to you to determine who's going to answer the questions. I'm the Minister, and I'll answer it.
Minister, the context is useful. The question was directed to Dr Chant.
Well, if you can't...
I appreciate the context, but I also note the short amount of time we have today. So I appreciate the context, and I'd now invite Dr Chant to answer the question.
As a colleague who is normally very careful in your words, can I say that you're putting words into Dr Chant's mouth, and that's not at all fair.
Minister, our time's about to expire. Can I just ask one question?
I'm sorry. Either I get to finish the answers, or I'm not going to bother. Seriously, I've got to...
Minister, I just want to ask one question before our time expires.
I'm sorry. If you haven't been listening, that is not our issue.
I'd just like to ask one question to Dr Chant before our time expires.
Finish the answer to my question.
And
your question is out of order and wrong.
So could I perhaps clarify?
A waste of time.
Minister, I'm just going to ask one question to Dr Chant.
I'm telling you, we take the advice...
No, Minister, you cut me off midway through what I was asking. And I appreciate...
Please, sorry if I did that. Yeah, off you go.
So my question...
I don't know what the issue is here. It's just, if it's a beat up on the government, well, okay, we're here, but beat it up somewhere else, really, because Dr Chant's really busy and I'm really busy. If you want to actually discuss the issues properly, we're here to do it. We came voluntarily. We didn't have to be here. Please just ask the questions. We'll give you the answers. Context, and you need the context, because clearly you don't understand it.
Yes, and Minister, if I could just stop you there. We are very well acquainted.
But you're asking the question and I have to be able to answer. On the 23rd of June...
Well, I'm actually asking the question to Dr Chant. I'm asking the question to Dr Chant.
Minister and Ms Sharp.
Can I just remind you...
Minister, could I invite you? Minister, could I invite you, please? If you insist upon continuing to answer, could you please complete your answer within 30 seconds, and then we will go to Dr Chant. I do know that other members...
I think that was just a political statement by you, Mr Shoebridge, so thank you for that
Minister,
political statement.
I do know that other members have...
Exactly what you've been doing, and that's the end of today's hearing. Thank you very much.
Well, Minister...